Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena
I'm Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos.
I'm
Why
so
are you
excited.
so excited?
I don't know, I feel like we haven't watched Sopranos in a bit and I missed it. Even though like we have watched it when? Like 5 days ago maybe, but like it still feels like a bit and I'm very excited to watch.
God,
And
I'm
like
not
we
excited
like
at all.
in my mind we have like passed the episodes, that were rough.
I
And
don't
so,
think
like,
so.
I
Judging
think
by the
so.
comments.
I
no.
think so. I mean, look, again,
Every time I say we passed the bad part, all the comments are laughing. All the comments are laughing.
Yes, but guys, I don't mean things are gonna be getting better now. I think things are gonna get worse. It's just like there's a particular thing that I don't like, that I don't need to see. I don't need to see rape scenes, nor do I need to see women getting beaten to death, like with fists. I don't know how many episodes of that we're gonna have. I'm assuming not much, So like in that sense, I think we're past the worst part for me. Everything else, again, I'm assuming things are gonna continuously get worse. I think Tony as a character is gonna continuously get worse. I mean, he is already very violent.
How worse can he get, literally?
I don't know, like
I'm really wondering that, like, what kind of lines is he gonna cross? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm really wondering that, how I'm gonna feel about him at the end. But yeah, definitely this season has been very interesting for me. It has been, what is word, dreadful?
Yeah, when you feel dread coming, like you feel something bad coming, like you dread watching it.
Yes, I feel exhausted. I am exhausted at the end of every episode so far. I agree with you. There are some things that like I love to watch. I adore this show. I really adore this show, and I adore, let's say, last episode or the episode before it or something like that. But like, I have a feeling that in this season everything has been harder somehow.
Yeah,
Maybe because of those scenes that we had. So like I'm kind of exhausted right now. It's like it wasn't as fun, meaning like we haven't had that much comedy in it.
I don't even know if we didn't have comedy or if we just stopped laughing.
Yeah. Because in the last episode there was comedy with Janice and guy.
Yeah.
Those are like, I really love the comedy in this show.
I
so
think
like
the
those
comedy
are the things
is
that
honestly
like
one of the strongest aspects of the show.
I agree.
Like it's a very funny show.
Yeah.
I just think like we could have laughed at the guys, and now I can't
it's not
laugh
like
at
just
them.
guys. I feel like I honestly don't think I laughed that much at them and their stupid jokes before. But like I'm
sure
like
I fucking laughed at Paulie and like Silvio constantly.
Sometimes, but like I don't have a feeling that those are the funniest moments in the show for me. I feel like with Carmela, with Janice, with Livia, with all of that, Tony, not even to mention Tony. Like I have a feeling those were the funny moments, but now I feel like because we had so many hard scenes that I couldn't have appreciated those moments as much.
I mean, like I think we have said this and we say to each other in our private time, being like what they wanted to accomplish in that one episode, to be like, oh no, these are very bad people. God, no other show has accomplished it in that level, to the point where every time I see any of them, I feel disgust, and like I don't think this is ever gonna go away. I just think we're just gonna go through the show feeling absolutely disgusted by all of them. I mean, I'm telling you, like, the person that I feel, let's say, most sympathy for is Chris, out of all of them, You
mean the guys?
Yeah, of course. Okay. I mean, I'm not talking about kids and Carmela. That's like a given, but like I'm talking about them. Like I feel most sympathy for Chris.
I mean, again, he's the youngest.
Yeah, and where did we leave off last episode?
Meadow had an accident. She took a car while being drunk.
Jackie Jr.
Yeah, and then they hugged, and he was like, "I'm so happy that you're alive, that you're okay," and she was like, "I want to go with you."
Yeah, basically. Trauma bonding.
So we're starting that relationship. How is it gonna end and what's gonna happen? I don't know.
And I just remember being very interested in Johnny Sack.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And Ralph.
Oh God, Ralph.
Who is honestly Richie to me. They always want to say Richie, and then I remember it's not Richie.
One replaced the other. Literally. They both start on R.
I would even say they look similar.
I can see it.
And they are basically in the same family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Look, I'm very excited to watch this episode. Again, I feel like we haven't played it in a bit. And so...
Yeah, let's play it.
Yeah. Hi, pretty girl.
Perfect. Everything about her.
Happy birthday, baby.
Get the fuck out. She's so cute. I cannot.
What's this?
Something stolen.
Or paid for by blood money, which is worse.
Yeah.
That's so large. I would have hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. But like, it suits her.
Yeah,
oh my
I
god,
think
this
it's
is
perfect,
so too
literally.
fucking large. You could kill someone with that.
I don't know. It just suits her.
It's
head.
her suit,
I
like
think
me,
it's
of course.
perfect for her. So yeah, let's forget how he made money to get.
Well,
that.
I mean, she's been doing this for like 20 years.
I was gonna wrap it, but it's wasteful to the environment. Thank you.
Oh, see how cute that is. You should appreciate that present more.
I haven't seen it yet.
He just took something from his room.
Hey, Willow. What
Aww.
are you doing here? Don't you have an exam tomorrow? Nice to see you too. Hey, great.
To apologize for things that he is doing
So many gifts.
with other women.
A day of beauty and pampering at the Belladonna Day Spa.
That's so
Perfect.
I got myself one so we can go together. Credit card.
That's it.
cute.
It
I
doesn't
was waiting for
matter.
I'll get it.
Yeah, it's Jackie
You
Jr.
invite some stray dog up here?
You short of food?
Sorry, I'm late. We didn't know you were coming. Meadow told me it was Carmela's birthday.
It is so nice of you to join us.
Happy birthday to you.
She's adorable.
Carmela. I heard you got me defensive captain. Yeah. And 5.5 sacks and 2 recovered.
Gotta keep thinking about the line. You can't say no one told you.
And also the line, take the kids,
The rest,
what's left of
It's the
them.
last game of the season. Is it alright if I sleep at Egon's if I promise to be in bed by 1?
I ordered one for you.
If I promise we're gonna be bad by one.
Bed by 12.
And how would you,
How
how
would
are
you
you gonna
know?
make sure that happened? Is this like a present for her?
I'm guessing this
We're near
is
the ocean.
still not open, or it is.
Well, they took it from the guy that like lost
Now I smell piss.
the bet. Like what, she like, oh, you can be a manager here? What?
Yeah, can be your restaurant.
Is it a restaurant or is it a
No,
strip
it's strip
club?
club. Lollipop club, I don't know.
This is the Lollipop in Long Branch. This is your club. I'm a partner here now, the Inferior. But we're gonna be silent. You're gonna be the owner manager. You book the bands, you find the talent, whatever you want to do.
Oh, bands, okay, it's a club.
Thank you, Christopher. I'm so excited.
This is the episode of gift giving, apparently.
Can we change the name?
Whatever you want, baby.
I'm with her.
I agree.
Ring looks beautiful on you.
Sure it does. How it is bought is
there
another
anything you need
question.
to tell me?
About the ring?
I don't know.
Oh, do you feel guilt about
Yes.
something?
You didn't buy that little car you were talking about.
Mercedes?
He bought the woman that came with the car.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled about this thing with Jackie and Meadow. Think she came home and he came over so that they could go out tonight.
So what? He's a good kid. Comes from good stock.
He's been on his best behavior lately, I can't deny that. I just never pictured Meadow with someone like him. I just don't want her to miss the opportunities that are available to her. She should be at the Museum of Modern Art in her free time, not watching TV at Rosalie April's.
Oh, you'd rather have a look at the pictures of soup cans instead of being close to home.
I don't know.
You talk to her, and I'll talk to Jackie Jr.
You did it already?
No problem.
Thanks. I would have done it myself.
For what? Didn't he drop out?
I was gonna do it. I just couldn't get through the books.
This is where AJ is? This doesn't seem safe to drink where there's a pool.
Yeah, it looked like you were cheating.
Got Mr. Goodwin's office open. Check it out.
What is happening?
Yeah, well, what does he think the consequences are for anything? And they're slowly becoming their parents.
So, I've been thinking about a car.
I knew I was going to get hit up for something on this trip.
What, you can spend thousands on sapphires, but a hardworking student has to take the bus everywhere?
You live a block from the school. What do you need a car for?
I'm not asking for anything fancy, just something to get me around. I just want to make sure that you take advantage of all the city has to offer you. Culturally, socially, educationally.
The Wall of Pride. What kind of animals?
I don't think they stole anything. They left this. It's a custom job.
How's that, sir?
Double meatball, pepperoni, sausage, peppers, onions, extra mozzarella.
Does pie fit a pattern?
Come again, officer?
Any customers order this combo on a regular basis?
Only one I know.
Who's that?
I'd rather not say.
Huh.
Do you know how serious this is?
I just hope they don't do anything to the pizza guy who spoke.
Answer me
there.
right now.
Yes,
Yes, what?
I know it's serious.
So why did you do it?
I don't know.
Why did you do it? Do you hate the school? Do you have a problem with someone there or something?
No,
Then why?
it just happened. We just did it.
And if they were jumping off the George Washington Bridge, would you just do that too?
So what now, you suspended?
I don't know.
Tony, do you know how serious this is? He may be expelled.
What'd they say?
Nothing. They just sent me home. Said to bring you guys into the principal's office.
On your mother's birthday. Just when everything was going good, huh? You're gonna miss the big game. You're screwing everything up. Your football career down the drain.
Football career. Literally, what the fuck is he supposed to even become? I also can never look at him the same way again.
What happened? I had it flown in this morning by FedEx from Italy.
I miss feeling warm about him.
I'm very happy to see my son spending time with someone like Meadow. She'll be a very good influence on him.
Oh, Ralph is a real find, Drew. You hang on to him.
Oh
It was
God.
tough at first. You know, I was afraid. Everyone was gonna think I rushed, that I didn't mourn Jack enough.
I hear Charmaine hired a lawyer.
Let's go, Charmaine.
Let's go, Charmaine.
God, she's really the sanest person in this fucking show.
The men in our lives have been, you know what. And we stay together. And here's Artie, a regular guy, hardworking, and his marriage is in the Pishadu.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Who's the douchebag?
That douchebag buys a new 600 for me every year. This was last year.
Nice.
Been shopping?
It's for you. What are my chances of kidnapping you for the rest of the afternoon? Come on, take you anywhere you want to go. The Pierre, Sherry Netherlands.
He's doing this on broad daylight.
Wanna go to the zoo?
Of all the places, the zoo.
Amazing thing about snakes is that they reproduce spontaneously. They have both male and female sex organs. That's why somebody you don't trust, you call a snake. How can you trust a guy who can literally go fuck themselves?
Don't you think that expression will come from the Adam and Eve story? When the snake tempted Eve to bite the apple?
Hey, snakes were fucking themselves long before Adam and Eve had
Put the duality in writers.
Hey, hey, don't. Hey, Jack.
It's interesting to see how differently they approach their relationship, like how Tony approaches their relationship, how Carmela approaches it.
Listen, I think you're a good kid. You show respect at my house, and you come from a good family.
Thanks.
Great family.
As far as my daughter goes, you know I only want the best for her. I'm gonna be very protective over her. You can understand that, right?
Of course.
So if you want to spend time with her, I want the best from you. If you're in school, you gotta give it everything you got.
Yeah, right. I know it.
Shut up. I know I've been saying this to you all along, but now it's different. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I just got an A on my lit paper.
You did.
That she did.
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe. Good writer. Doing good, Tony.
Let's keep it that way. Keep your father in mind.
Oh well.
Have some dessert on me.
No, that's okay.
Take it. Just don't keep her out too late.
Like for Tony's standards, this is the perfect guy for Meadow.
Welcome, everybody. It's opening night.
Crazy Horse? We named it Crazy Horse from Lollipop? I feel like we could have come up with something better.
I don't know, I feel like Crazy Horse suits her.
Miami relative.
I wouldn't even know there was no subtitles.
Adorable as well. I also want her to be happy.
Me too. And I don't think this is the environment to be happy in, so like, what do we do?
That was my riding anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that the guy that they're working with?
You here again, I'm gonna crack your head.
Go, Carlo!
They really went to the zoo.
They went to the zoo, yeah.
Appropriate for the two of them.
You have to wonder what they're thinking.
What's this?
It's a Tibetan talisman for protection.
I knew there had to be something.
What is wrong with that? It's a Buddhist symbol.
My sister was a Buddhist. She's a whack job.
Oh, I see. So I gotta be a whack job too?
Well, this is a little wacky. I mean, it's wrong with fucking Catholicism.
I see. We
You're
keep
Catholic.
looking for fucking day
What's wrong with you?
I'm crazy about you. You know that, don't you?
I never met anybody like you.
What is gonna be the story here?
It's like you can't see the wrong stuff.
Yeah. See you later.
What was that?
Oh, that was my heart on.
Let me see it. It's really gone. You lying.
Next to a snake?
Next to a snake. I
They're
actually thought-
deceitful?
No snakes can fuck themselves.
Give me a hand.
What is this gonna be? Imagine school children just walking by while this whole thing is happening. If you're next to a snake and snakes are deceitful, like what are we supposed to do with that information?
He told my man here, management, new rules.
Oh, okay.
So I asked around. I heard about some guy, multi-something.
Normally, I would never get involved with a stranger. If Carlo here is vouching for you, willing to make an exception, take care of it.
Thank you.
Chris and me are associates. You got nothing to worry about. I'll call Carlo in a couple days.
Verbum Dei has a strict zero-tolerance policy in cases of vandalism. It is a policy that demands the immediate expulsion of the offending student.
Are we just gonna pay?
In this case, after much deliberation and assessment, we have decided upon a suspended sentence. This consideration has only been arrived at based upon Anthony's academic performance and his involvement in extracurricular sport.
His academic performance?
He's brought his GPA up to a C+.
I'm
So
sure.
what is the punishment?
We suggest and hope that Anthony's punishment be meted out parentally.
Well, what about, detention?
A lawsuit a few years back forced us to eliminate our detention and involved in sport.
You better wipe that smile if you
Do you understand this, Anthony?
Yes.
Perfectly. I
This is
think you understand
Sold us
perfectly.
out in there.
What'd I do?
That they're not punishing him at all, Tony, and you went right along with it.
I suggested detention.
That whole thing was a disgusting charade so that the fucking freshman football team can win the big game.
We've been waiting for years for him to get off the couch, Carm. This is good for him.
Please.
We should keep this in the family. Punish him at home.
I had a wonderful dream where I lit the big torch at the Olympics.
What do you think that represented?
Work has been good.
A spark
sales
being
are way up.
ignited?
What's going on with your social life?
Nothing.
You heard.
What I'm going to say is a little delicate, but I think it's important. When you called me last week to cancel, I heard a man's voice.
My car broke down. Could have been the mechanic.
I see.
I'm a little offended that you put it to me that way.
Offended?
Well, I don't pay you to be under your surveillance. How dare you?
You came to me after attempting suicide over the breakup with Barry. I ask you because you're under my care.
I think it's very unprofessional of you to confront me this way.
Suicide is something I take very seriously.
I wanted to have a little sit down with you about a friend of mine who was doing some business at your club.
And when did you want to do this?
Now, if it's okay.
Now's okay for a chat, not a sit down.
This friend of mine was moving a little X at the club before you took over, and the other night he got thrown out on his ass.
And?
No. I wanted to ask you, as a favor to me, let him keep a little action going. You get a piece of whatever he does.
X is federal territory now. They got task forces with dogs and shit. I don't want it in my club.
It would mean a lot to me.
You got a lot of balls. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
What'd I say?
Uh-huh.
No.
End of chat.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, did you really not think you're gonna encounter Tony in his own club?
It's all taken care of.
Thanks, man.
You just can't do it in the club. Have your customers meet you outside.
Outside where?
Near the club. I'm looking out for you here. I gotta eat too, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll take care of you.
I'll be by every Sunday.
You're grounded for a month. That means no Nintendo, no DVDs, no skateboards.
And no computer. I use a computer for school. Get the typewriter in the basement. It worked for Einstein, it can work for you.
And on top of that, you're gonna work your little ass off around here, which you should have been doing anyway. Okay or not, you got no choice. Number one, you go to the garage, you clean it out, you make it neat and organized. You know, you ought to take a few lessons from Jackie Apria.
Great.
Get your act together.
Are you gonna start doing drugs?
Records, he finds time to come down here and help out.
And you're going to clean the gutters.
What gutters?
On a roof.
Where?
On the edge. Didn't you collect the water?
I don't know what you mean.
Don't get smart with me.
I don't know.
The drain pipes for the rain.
Is that safe? Why don't you fall off the roof like this?
Obviously, I landed a discerning thing.
I called you once.
My man Jackie said, as long as I still good, no?
You think that's funny?
Need a piece. I mean, I don't need one, but, you know.
What are you looking to get?
I don't know. What do you suggest?
Me, I like to know the motherfucker's gonna work.
I got 38. 11
God. Gone.
Yeah, I know.
But if you're looking to make a point, you might want to go with something bigger.
No, it's not really for intimidation.
Yeah, I go with the 38.
I didn't think he was talking about that.
You can have this one. I got another one on this.
What the fuck are you gonna do with the gun?
How much I owe you for it?
Get out of here. Your money's no good.
I can't with the mess.
Macaroni ready!
They just make the worst combo. I guess this is why you don't date in the office of your psychiatrist.
I just want to tell you that I don't expect anything from you. No kindness.
Oh, you really picked a guy.
Her name is G.
Uh-huh.
Some of my accounts are in bad neighborhoods.
I know why you lie. But you don't have to.
I guess we got our answer.
Yeah, I mean...
Can I hold it?
God. If she was sent to kill Tony, you know what I mean? Done.
More useless than an unloaded gun.
Here you go. Mr. Waste Management.
I mean, we're paying a school. We're buying a service.
What else is going on? How was your interview?
She's done.
To be honest, very good.
Why is that?
Well, that's how life is, I guess.
How are things between you and Carmela?
She was moody for a little while, but now she's her old self. I think a lot of it's because of you, too. Put a lot of time into me. Now it's paying off.
The progress that you make is entirely up to you.
You have to joyfully participate in the suffering of the world.
Buddhism. Oh, would you know that that was
Your
what she
thoughts have
said?
a kind of Eastern flavor to them.
Well, I lived in Jersey my whole life.
I mean Eastern in terms of Asian, like Buddhist or Taoist.
Sun Tzu. Told you about him. This is the copay I owe you from last month.
You gave me too much.
Well, I gave you a little extra for the good results this week.
I can't accept it.
Give me a favor, charity. You better get your phone. I'll see you next week.
I met my girlfriend at your
Hello?
place.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jason.
How are you?
I hate all of them.
Who?
My patients, all of them, lying to my face full of shit with no concern for what I do or the position that they put me in. I just hate them.
Fuck them. Quit.
Right now, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
He called his mom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I need to buy a couple of expensive books.
Well.
Oh, well, I just had money.
Hey, Mom. I hate all of them. All of them, my patients.
I think it's so
they're
fun.
full of shit.
I think it's very fun to see a therapist. Like, talk about how, like,
Yeah,
anyone who with
honestly,
a job
yeah,
talks
yeah,
about
same.
any of the people that they
Yeah.
work with, you know?
Yeah.
Come here, I want to talk to you. What the fuck are you doing here?
You're here.
What?
I was at a bachelor party. I got dragged here. I didn't even want to
That's
come.
exactly what the fuck we talked about the other day. Now get your money and get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, Tom.
I'm not gonna see you here again.
You won't.
Smarten up.
Morning.
No earrings.
I went out and treated myself.
They match.
I almost bought the necklace that goes along with them. Some restraint. I have to say, you were right, Tony. Jackie Jr. has really surprised me. He's been a perfect gentleman. He takes it to the city for a little culture. He's great with AJ.
They're like in the back of a car, you know?
Things could be a lot
100%.
worse.
Is this gonna affect your school? Oh, he's cleaning the gutters. He's gonna fall. I feel like this is... somehow this doesn't seem safe. The music.
Nice. This was a great episode.
I loved it.
Honestly, I loved everything in this episode. It's very interesting and like brings a lot of things.
I don't even know where to. I literally don't know who to begin with. This episode was the episode of gift giving. Everyone was fucking giving gifts left and right. Like, we started with Tony giving Carmela the ring, then he gave his other girlfriend the Louis Vuitton bag. Then, like, what the fuck is Ralph? Yes, I was gonna say Ralph gave Jackie Jr. a gun. Chris gave a club. Everyone fucking was giving gifts. Like, even Meadow gave this one the paper on Edgar Allan Poe. Like, it's just, like, I don't think this is accidental. Like, it kept being, like, gifts being given. I didn't have like a bigger purpose to it. I'm just like, there was like the amount of gifts being given was really a lot. I mean, I don't know what that would like.
I'm guessing
what that would mean.
I also think every gift gives different purpose.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
and
again, like every gift,
different type of story.
I mean, every gift at the end of the day is made from such immoral means, and it's all that they have to give each other. Just like these. They build their relationship on such unhealthy things.
Yeah.
You know, like they were having, like, for example, like Tony and Carmela, like they're having so many problems in their marriage, in their relationship in general, and like Tony gives her a gift like this diamond, and like suddenly it's all fine and good, you know?
Yeah, it seems like Carmela definitely didn't take that warning to action. If that's the sentence.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I think the show made it clear that she's not gonna when she like turned around to Tony and was like 50,000 for the school.
Yeah, again, at least not right now. I don't know if it's gonna happen later in the future, but like I say every time, it seems to me like that is something that she's used to, and she is able to take a blind eye to turn a blind eye to that, where the biggest problem for her is when Tony is not faithful to her, which happens all the time. But like those are the moments when when they're having the biggest crisis in their marriage.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I think she even like thinks that this is why she got the ring, you know, like she got the ring and she's like, is there anything you want to tell me? And like, it's a tale as old as time that like when you start doing something you feel more guilty or whatever, like you compensate by buying gifts and doing like nice things or whatever. He was much more affectionate to her in this episode than so like clearly she can feel that, because like she asked, is there something you want to tell me? So like somewhere she knows, but what she wants to think about and what she doesn't want to think about and what she wants to be aware of is questionable. I thought it was like even interesting that like when he gave her that ring in the beginning of the episode and like they were hugging or whatever, AJ came and she was like, the moment seemed like awkward, and I didn't understand necessarily like why it was awkward. Like, is it because like they were showing affection, but like they don't seem like the type of parents that would be shy about that or whatever. And so like I don't know if it was like somehow subconsciously she feels like what they're doing is bad, like this ring, like what the money that it was bought with is blood money. And so I don't know if it was a bit of that, because like this is now AJ coming, like this is your son who you want to like bring on the right path or whatever, and you can't really do that when you are who you are as people.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know what that was.
I really don't know. I can't say anything like that for certain, just because again we're missing that part with her where she feels horrible about what Tony is doing.
Yeah,
honestly. So like I can say that that is something that like she thinks, but like we did see in this episode that like she is thinking about if Jackie Jr. is good for Meadow. Where when her and Tony were having a discussion in the beginning, because what she wants for Meadow, like Jackie Jr. in her eyes cannot provide for her. She wants for her to lead a different, let's say, life than she has led.
Yeah.
And not end up on the same path. Where Tony, in that moment, we saw that he disagreed with that. Again, I think he says and he does wants the best for his daughter, but like he wants what he knows.
Yeah.
You know? Because he thinks that like what he knows is the best. He knows who Jackie Jr.'s father is. He worked for him. He's a good man, you know.
It's a good family.
Yeah, he followed the code in their business.
Yeah.
Let's say, which is again in some ways understandable, because like they are teaching their children everything they know. And how do I say that, like we know that like Tony dropped out of college because he didn't have anything together with those people, anything in common with people who went to college, let's say. Or when he went to that club, the golf club, you know, like he couldn't find a common language with them either, you know. So like I would understand how in his mind he would want his daughter to end up with somebody
like Jackie.
Like Jackie, you know. Does he want in his mind Jackie to end up in the same business, you know, like he's pushing him to go to college and to finish school and things like that. Like, yes, sure, but what Jackie is doing is absolutely the same that what Tony has been doing and like how he has been living. So like you can expect, and even if he finishes at college, like you cannot expect anything other than what his father was doing at this point, you know.
I think like for Jackie Jr. and Anthony, you see that they're on the same road that Tony was on. That like that's literally just like Jackie Jr. is older, you know, he's in the college level and he's gonna go down that road. Same with AJ. You know, again, there is no consequences. He does these things. He did the whole vandalizing the school bit. When asked like, why did you do it? I don't know. He doesn't know why he did it, you know, just like
everybody does.
Everybody has done it. He is, again, the way that you're raised is gonna play such a detrimental part in how you behave. Like, this would have never crossed my mind, like, to be here to participate in this, you know, because like I was raised completely differently. But like for him, like, what are the consequences of his actions, you know? Like, when you live with Tony Soprano, and I mean, again, of course, Carmela as well. She's not doing anything to help this. So, like, it's just a perfect progression for those two characters becoming Tony.
Yeah. Again, same with Chris. I still, like...
Yes.
I think with all of them, we're just watching the same person in different stages.
But the thing with Chris is he is being pushed into the business, whereas, like, Tony wants to, let's say, save Jackie and AJ from this business, but like he doesn't give that same care to Christopher, you know, which is like why it's always sad when, you know, the line that he said, why this is like good enough for him, but like good enough for me, but not good enough for like your son, your real son or whatever, or Jackie. Who are they talking about at that point? Jackie, yeah. Like, again, that's a different approach that he has towards Chris. Like, Chris. They're not allowing Chris another option, you know, like Tony told him, if you choose this life or whatever, okay, you choose it, I will never see you again, or you go and be with the family. And so like, what the fuck choice does he have, you know?
Yeah, I understand, but like in my opinion, like Jackie Jr. is pretty similar in some ways to Chris, considering that they both, like, let's say, lost their fathers when they were young. And also, like, Ralph is pushing and not pushing, but like helping Jackie Jr. On his
this
path.
Is like a bonding experience.
I would say in this scenario, Ralph is gonna be Jackie's father more than Tony is. Yeah, let's say, you know, like where he in this episode, one of the previous episodes, they beat up the guy, you know.
Yeah.
And in this episode, when he
kind of
got him a gun,
business,
you know.
Yeah.
Like, he's completely introducing him in the business, like, and I'm gonna say he's pushing him, but like, yes, he is pushing him with giving him more options than he would have had, let's say, you know.
Yeah. And the thing with Jackie Jr. is he doesn't necessarily seem, how do I say this? He doesn't seem well equipped for this job. I don't know, like there's something that like seems very ridiculous about him, like trying to play the small boss. Like, they're all sitting in that room, you know, like the four guys or whatever. He's like, no, I'm gonna take care of it. Like, you're nothing and no one. literally nothing and no one. You're going to Chris asking him these things as if Chris is gonna allow this to happen. He's like, oh, as a favor to me. The fuck does Chris care, you know? And then you're running away when you see Tony. Like, he's trying to play dress up, kind of, in this mob world. Again, is that a gateway to becoming someone important? Yeah, potentially. I mean, a lot of the people in the mob business are not, like, well equipped to be in it.
Yeah.
So, like, I really...
Maybe not even Chris, if you ask me.
No, I don't think Chris is
When I
either. Like, she
remember
just
him
doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I feel like, yes, Jackie Jr. is maybe behaving like this because his father was in it, and that is something that he knows and wants to prove himself, in it. And I think Ralphie is gonna help him with it.
Yeah.
Ralph is it Ralph or Ralphie? Why did they say Ralphie?
Well, both.
That even sounds worse for him.
Yeah, because I think they call him Ralphie, and so, like, I always stop myself from saying Ralphie because, like, that seems like a term of endearment. I'm not about to call him Ralphie. Ralph.
Well, if I say sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it. But I think I say it as well. I say it as well. And so, like, if I think about it, I'm going to say Ralph.
So, yeah, like, he's going to help him with it, and, like, push him into the business for him to improve, let's say. He does have a problem where he's trying to be with Meadow, and Tony does not, let's say, want a guy in the business in this way, behaving like this with Meadow right now,
Yeah.
So
that's a thing that we're gonna, like, have a issue with. I don't know what's gonna come out of, like, that relationship when Tony, like, sees that Jackie is going down the path, like, down the mob boss path.
I also don't that's something to see, for us to see, like, where exactly it's gonna
what they're gonna do with that. I thought it was interesting that, like, by the end of the episode, Tony was the one that's more reserved about their relationship.
Yeah.
While Carmela is, I think, maybe doing the same thing that she did with Tony, like, just accepting, oh, well, he is taking her to the theater or whatever, and so, like, this may be a good thing. It might be similar to the thing of, like, her deciding to believe what she wants to believe,
Yeah, definitely.
and so she's going with it,
Yeah, and at this point, like, what she sees is that, like, he is very kind, he is very respectful towards him, he is, like, Meadow is not worse in school, and he is taking her to theater again, and things like that. So, like, that's why she at this point also does not have, she was cautious in the beginning because she thought the opposite is gonna come out, because, like, let's say when Rosalie, I would say, maybe it's not Rosalie, I don't know, when she was like, he's so Meadow is gonna be so good for him and things like that, influence. Good influence. So, like, it can always go in two parts. Like, Meadow can be good influence for him, let's say, but, like, also he can be a bad influence for Meadow or something like that, But, like, what she sees now is that potentially Meadow is a good influence for him, I don't know. But he is more reserved, and I mean, we'll see. Again, because, like, it's not Jackie Jr. is staying in this business, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna.
No, I think
suddenly just, like, concentrate on college and ditch this. Like, I don't expect that at all.
No, definitely. So we'll see how that's gonna. Where is that gonna go?
Yeah.
Tony has problems in his own problems at the same time, where
he doesn't think it's a problem. He's living his best life.
Yeah, he doesn't think, but, like, I'm definitely gonna be a problem. Now in this episode we find out, like, where the story can potentially go, when we found out that basically when the girl, what's her name?
Do we even know her name? I'm sure we know her name, but I don't know her name. Gloria,
I was about to say, okay. I think it's Gloria, yeah. When Gloria, in this episode we found out that Gloria came to her because she attempted suicide after
breaking up with
her previous boyfriend. So,
like, I'm gonna assume the boyfriend left her or whatever, and then she committed didn't, but, like, she tried to commit suicide. Like, she is clearly, like, really doing bad mentally.
Very unstable.
Very unstable. And so her entering this relationship with Tony seems like the worst thing possible, and like because of that she's also lying to her therapist, you know, and so like that even makes it worse. And like this seems like it's about to be a very unhealthy relationship that like Tony has already gone through, you know?
I know,
like this
but
is
that's
already
one
like
can end with actual suicide.
like
that can be a story that like I could definitely see happening, especially because we know that like how unstable she is, considering that she attempted suicide before, probably not long before this, you know, and now she's putting her whole happiness, let's say, in this guy who is not available, not able to give anything to her, help in any way, to provide anything from her, who is very toxic and can end up being even more toxic for her, you know. And the thing is, that is something that Melfi knows, I feel like, and that's why she asked the question, but she didn't push, and she didn't even ask Tony the question. You know, they're lying to her, but like, if the Gloria would to attempt suicide, would kill herself or something, how would Melfi feel about that, considering that like she did know they were sleeping together, and how bad that can be for Gloria.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I thought like it's so scary that she even like took a gun from like his, like where it was strapped. Like that's so, like you're not a mentally stable person if like you see that and you're like, oh yeah, can I hold a fucking gun?
Is
what
it
do
loaded?
You mean?
Of
like,
course it's loaded.
What do you
it's
mean?
like all those sentences to me sounded, again, just because this story has to lead somewhere, you know, not gonna just be another time when Tony cheated on Carmela, you know?
Because like, I mean, that's not a new storyline. We know this.
Yeah, and this again could be I say interesting. I don't know what the word.
Fascinating?
Sure. Storyline for also Tony and for Melfi at the same time.
Yeah.
If she doesn't push. But should she push? I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know what the therapist should.
Like when she knows that they're lying to her, but like it's very what's happening to her client is very dangerous for her client.
I agree. Like, you know? From all the people fucking Tony, you know? All the people. I mean, I don't think Gloria should have been in a relationship with anyone.
Of
course. Clearly not. But like to
as
pick fucking Tony.
Yeah, but like makes sense as
of course.
mentally unstable person.
She's like, gonna go like Tony into the new relationship. Tony is also attracted to that, to the mentally unstable, to the mental instability. That's not a word. Mental instability, maybe. I think that again, like it all has to tie back to, in some regards, to Livia. Like I always thought that because again, all of his girlfriends, it's like some type of like twisted thing. All of his girlfriends have like brown hair. A lot of them were like Italian or whatever. I just, again, like you go with what you know. Livia was mentally unstable. He kind of goes towards that. Yeah, gravitates towards that. I thought it was interesting that like even compared her to Janice, like his sister, you know, like that she can represent that as well. Like I think it's fascinating
I agree.
It's fascinating that he like even chose to pursue her. You know, I think that says a lot about the trauma from his family part. So, I mean, this is not about to be good, but I think it's about to be a great storyline.
No, honestly, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I see the title of the next episode and I see the description. This sounds very interesting.
To save us all from
Satan's power.
With the
Ghost of Christmas Past lands Tony back on Melfi's couch. Ghost of Christmas Past. Could it be pussy? Oh my god, is that pussy? See the picture? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's see the picture.
Well,
we had the picture covered, but like I saw the ear basically, and when you read it, the subtitle, I looked at it.
Oh my god, it's fucking pussy. I mean, yeah, like what else? What Chris? That sounds so
interesting. Very interested in the next episode.
The title of this sounds like something Janice and her boyfriend would say.
Honestly, yeah. That's why when I say Christmas Past, I was like, that's definitely gonna be Janice.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
And we're watching this very close to Christmas, technically. So
Technically, yes.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Your Christmas. Ours is on the 7th of October. We established the 7th of January.
That's your birthday.
Me and Jesus. What really is the difference?
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye.